Hey.
Okay.
All right. We back.
We're back.
We are back. This is John's Closet. I'm your host, Sydney, and my boy over here, John of John's Closet.
Yes,
as
I'm
seen
John.
on TV.
Jon.
As my co-host said earlier.
Jon is the real, like,
Yeah.
you know. By the way, if you guys can't read titles, right? My name is spelled Jon. It's not John.
Right.
Someone tried to search John's Closet,
You right?
and people just insist on using the wrong way to spell John.
Yeah. You know what? You know what'd be even the worst way to spell John's Closet if you spelled it MISSSALLY.
Fuck you, Miss Sally.
Goddamn right. That bitch. Yo, man, I was on vacation, right? I just got back from my little mini vacation.
Yep.
I went to Orlando on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I went to Jacksonville. Then I spent some time in St. Augustine. I was hanging out with some friends and stuff like that. And you know what I thought the entire time? Wow, I hope that Miss Sally is just choking right now and suffering. I couldn't have fun on my vacation. I was just so stagnant. I was just so ready to come back to the goddamn podcast. I literally got back a couple hours ago just so I can come make sure I shit on Miss Sally once a week.
Well, you see,
ass cheek spread too.
You see, I'm actually feeling very different. The polar opposite, really. I am
Really?
resting at peace right now because I'm able to sleep at night because I knew who our next guest was going to be.
Right.
I went and saw them live.
Yes.
Not last weekend, but the weekend before that.
Yes. How was that? You were telling me about it.
It was a great show. You know, there was a lot of emphasis put on performance. And you know, the musicianship was tight. It was you know,
I like it.
Considering how you know, kind of put together last minute almost this band is.
Right.
You know, they've been around for what, 3 months?
3 whole months, and it's just that tight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like it's pretty damn good.
So you saying this band is essentially like just that hot strapping girl from high school. She just turned 18, just out of high school.
Fresh.
Just fresh.
College freshman.
College college freshman.
There you go.
You know the high school cheerleading like leader or whatever. She made that transition to college, right? Freshman year, when she got that 1 year window, which is going to be the, you know, still kind of hot, and then it's going to go all downhill when she gets that freshman 15, man. Sometimes freshman 20, some freshman 30. Some people.
It was freshman 30 for me.
Freshman 30. Let me think. I weighed 180 in high school when I was swimming and longboarding or whatever. I think the peak, I was like 220. I was like, oh no. I got fucked up. And then I went back down to like, I don't know, like 200. Then I'm like, I'm just not gonna get back to 180. Like, it's too much work. I'll stick with 200.
But anyways. So that was supposed to segue into our introduction.
My bad. I felt it. I was like, well, I want to, because, you know, I've been away for the past, you know, a week on vacation. I haven't actually done too much talking. I've just been kind of like walking around and doing different things. So, you know. Yeah. But yeah.
But
a group.
But now we have the new group. Introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Dominic.
I'm Stefano Barry, drummer Copacetic.
Yeah, we're Copacetic. I'm the bass player. The singer couldn't make it, unfortunately, but it's all good.
God bless his soul.
God bless his soul for that one.
He was working.
He's working.
Yeah,
working
Working hard.
Like a
so
nice,
they can buy another
man.
guitar.
Buy my food after gigs.
So how was your weekend, gentlemen? Like, what'd you guys do?
I actually worked all weekend, sadly, but Stefano doesn't have a job, so he has more interesting.
No.
Hey, Stefano, you want to change that oil we're on that bus?
Well, this Saturday, actually, I had like a 12-hour band camp, just marching in the hot sun and stuff like that. And then Sunday, I went chillax.
But did you get paid to do it?
Absolutely not. I paid to do it, so this is actually not in my favor.
To do it. Wait, a band camp?
Yeah, like
yes, sir.
band
Camp, like this one time at band camp.
And that's why I'm afraid of trumpets.
Ooh, gotcha. You know, see, here's the thing. In Key West, I just go where I'm from. Everybody's weird, so the notion that the band kids are weird is like, well, they seem pretty normal.
Damn, Key West must be bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. The closest thing that I have to like band kid experience is that like I kind of knew the band kids,
Right.
but like I didn't hang out with them all the time. I knew who they were, but that was pretty much that.
Gotcha. Good. Wait, are you still in high school?
Yeah, I'm a senior right now.
Damn, you a big ass nigga.
Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, I did come in and was like, hey, what's up, man? I offer him a beer. I was like, hey, you want a beer?
Shit, I should have kept that accent. No, I'm a freshman in college.
Sorry. I just got back. I'm a little bit tired. It took me like a second. I'm like, he went to band camp. I was like, this dude must be in like a. I thought like, okay, maybe
like
it's college.
hardcore drum corps.
Yeah,
type
drum
of thing.
corps.
Yeah.
Like, what is this nigga in? What the fuck?
Could have said some dumb shit.
Yeah. I was like, wait, this nigga might be in high school, but senior. If you would have said freshman, I'm like, yo, dog, like. It's over for me.
What have you been eating, dog?
Yo, they say that it's bad that they put hormones in a chicken. Clearly, it's working for you, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sounds young.
Good for you, man. How about? Are you also in high school, Dominic?
No, I actually just graduated last year. It's funny because he's actually older than me. I skipped a grade, so
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little
Wow.
weird.
it is a little weird. Yeah, being the youngest. one.
Gotcha. Got the youngins, man.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
10th wave is also. They also just graduated too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Damn.
Yep.
I actually went to elementary and middle school with Gage from 10th wave.
Really? What was he? What was he like back?
It's funny because I didn't expect him because he didn't really play that much music. And the Adam, the drummer, actually, it's funny because Adam, the drummer, was friends with Gage, singer of our band, in elementary and middle school as well.
Ooh.
So it's like, you know what I mean? So we got some.
So we're kind of like piecing together
Everything on the puzzle
everything,
pieces.
some other parts of the story with 10th
Yeah.
Wave, man. Do you guys got like band beef at all? Like, are you guys
No.
rivals?
We're
All right.
really cool
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
really
Like, we
cool.
love each other, honestly.
You guys
Man.
should totally start some fake band beef.
Yeah.
We
that
should.
would be fun. No, because it's funny when they first started. I don't want to mention any names, but the ex bass player of 10th Wave. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to start any beef.
Ooh.
But
Ooh.
he actually used to be in
Wait,
the
hold
band.
on. We definitely would like some beef here on the John's Closet
Okay, all right.
podcast. No, I'm kidding.
All right, I got you. So,
Gotta rack up the views any way we can.
I know who you're talking about, so it's
Yeah.
plenty beefy for me.
Yeah.
Right,
Like right now I'm looking at Wendy's commercial being like, here's the beef right
Here's
now.
the beef.
Here's a fucking
all
baconator, dude.
natural beef, right?
right.
All right, no, but anyway, so he was actually in a band with me and my other friend John, as it would be, and one of my friends Aaron, and we were in a band. This person, should I say the name? Should I use the name? Am I okay to use the name?
I don't even know who it is. So yeah,
I don't
There's
know.
always the
It's up-
power of
it's up to you
editing,
guys.
so proceed with caution.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this person, this so and so. No, so we were in the band, and this guy, he was the singer, and actually, what happened was after things had not went so well with the band, he proceeded to try to date not only my ex-girlfriend,
Ooh.
but John's ex-girlfriend as well.
Ooh.
At the same time too.
I didn't know about this. When did this happen?
This happened like probably my sophomore year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Man, it feels good because I haven't been back in high school. Just here, high school. I'm like, wow. So who started today? Who sat at whose lunch table? Oh my God.
See,
Yeah.
here's the funny thing, because like from what I understand, like college, it's literally just like that's your first introduction to like. So we did a thing. Doesn't really matter. Spring break doesn't count as cheating.
Yeah.
You know,
You start checking off the list of all the things that you're like, all right, I
God.
gotta remove this from high school. So yeah, trust me, when you guys get into college, man, I don't know what college you guys plan on going to. I don't know if you're gonna go to FGCU. I don't know if you're gonna like go out of town or whatever. But all that shit that you carried on from high school, totally irrelevant, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally irrelevant.
I'm
Like,
glad. I'm glad about that.
Yeah, me too.
You
can't
know,
wait to
I
graduate.
just submitted my resume like a month ago to FSW to like apply for the adjunct position. I didn't put my high school down on the resume.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
did not matter. They were
That
like,
does
"Do you
not
have your
matter.
degree? Do you have your
Yeah.
master's? Okay, we got you."
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyways, you want to get some questions?
Get into some
Good.
questions.
Yes.
Go ahead,
John has some fresh.
Get
We're
into
gonna
the
switch it up a little
nitty-gritty.
bit. Since I was on vacation, I asked John to write up some fresh questions. I know
Yeah.
I'm normally the one to do
Fresh.
it, but
So yeah, this time
what's it got?
I have the power.
ooh,
It's my closet. I'm
Ooh.
taking back
Yeah.
control.
yes, yes, Daddy.
He's the pilot.
I like it when you get aggressive.
God damn.
Oh Jesus.
We got a clear
So-
sub daddy relationship here.
Oh my god.
we support all fetishes here on John's Closet.
Oh boy.
If you guys only knew what me and Steph talk about.
Yeah, guys.
Oh boy.
Oh, all right.
You know, just between the two of you guys, you know, I imagine your girlfriends might be feeling pretty nervous right now.
Yeah, honestly, maybe a little bit.
Sweating.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, maybe they might get excited. Maybe they know more. Like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know like Dom liked to get choked. Wow.
Oh my god.
the irony of that name.
Oh my god, Dom. Yeah. Jesus.
So where did the band name Copacetic come from?
All right. I mean,
First of all, what does
it's gonna
copacetic
be
mean?
kind of. It's okay. So
I googled the definition.
What is
but-
the
I actually forgot what it means. No, but Gage, the singer, actually pitched it to us, and then we're like, yeah, we like it because we were originally Gray Matter was our name, and we actually did a gig as Gray Matter, and then we
Right.
realized Gray Matters is like a American 80s punk band,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, all right, we can't do that. So he actually pitched he pitched multiple names, but Copacetic's the ones that stuck.
Stuck. Yeah.
We really liked it, and then next thing you know, we're listening to the song "Bound for the Floor" by Local H. I don't know if you know that song.
No.
But he says Copacetic multiple times, and then Gage is like, "That's where I got our name." I was like, "You're such a dick." I was like,
Dude.
"What?" I was like, "Bro."
You're such a dick.
Can I ask this, like, what is the rules on like band names? Like if it's like too
I know.
typical of a word like death. Like how many metal bands came up with
Yeah,
death? Like,
right.
but if the one metal band
one.
from like 40 years ago decided, hey, we're gonna be death, like no other band can use death. Come on, man. Like,
Stuck.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
what you mean.
they were the only metal band that used death and did something with the name death.
Yeah, so, like-
Hence the genre of death metal.
Well, for example, because another group I'm working with called Wendigo, there's a Polish screamo like deathcore band called Wendigo.
Wow.
But the problem is they're not that big, and they're in Poland, and they don't leave Poland. They don't tour in the U.S. They don't tour anywhere else. So we said, you know what, we're just gonna stay with it.
Dude,
we're
what
not
happens
afraid
if they
of that.
like get big out of nowhere? Like that's
Yeah.
completely irrelevant.
in
What are you
Poland,
gonna do then?
And like they start like messaging you on Instagram, and
Yeah,
then
that-
Polish like you
like-
need something. I don't know.
Well, the
That
thing
sounded
that
more
I,
German than Polish.
Yeah, yeah. I try. Well, that's very insensitive.
In the 40s, it'd be really insensitive.
Yeah.
the thing I was thinking of is like, what if like we're going to play a gig or like a show or something? All of a sudden, next thing you know, we get these Polish people like trying to like, where this isn't Wendigo. Who are these guys? They start getting like pissed off.
We all know
Polish
Polish people can't fight. Come on, man.
So I did Google the definition, actually.
Yeah, what is
Okay.
the definition?
The definition is in excellent order.
Yes, that's what it is.
Harmonious.
excellent
Yeah.
We
order.
knew that. I did know that. I just forgot.
It's actually
Okay.
used a
So
lot
I
in
didn't know.
It's
music, too.
actually a pretty good definition. I looked at the definition, was like, you know what? This actually sounds like something that like has a lot of meaning behind
Yeah,
it.
it
Yeah.
does.
You know, it puts yourself in this higher standard.
It's
You know.
an SAT word.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I'm feeling very copacetic today.
Hence, you know, like lucid lake. Lucid's not your everyday fucking word.
Yeah.
I like that name. When you
That's such
yeah,
that
I like
flows so well. We talked about that. Remember that? Like, it's a nice.
I thought that shit was stupid.
But by the way, Lucid Lake is not sponsoring this episode.
Oh yeah, right.
So, really, I kind of want to get at like, where did you guys start with music, like, and then kind of as a follow up to that, like, where did you start taking music like super seriously, where you started like performing and playing and things like that?
Which foot
I'll
do you
start.
wanna
I'll
start?
start. So, this is about like personal musicianship, correct?
Yeah, basically, I kind of want to get at like, when you first started listening to music, what did you kind of gravitate towards, and then why did you kind of make the jump into learning to play music?
Okay, so like my 6th grade year, my dad got me a drum set because I really got into Slipknot and things like that, and I eventually got into like a lot of heavy stuff like that.
Mind you, that's like 5 years ago. 6th gride was like fuck.
Yeah, it was.
That shit was like 10 plus years ago for me.
Yeah. And, you know, I just started getting to really heavy bands like Infinite Annihilator, Thy Art Is Murder. Then I heard Meshuggah, holy
Oh,
hell.
yeah.
And that's when I was like, all right, like, this stuff is good. So I'm actually, like, I'm from a very deathcore, death metal background, especially, like, Behemoth. But
yeah.
then out of nowhere, my freshman year, I joined marching band, right? And then I started getting introduced to all this classical music, and I was like, okay, so I want to, like, pursue something, hopefully in composition in college, or hopefully this goes somewhere. So,
Yeah.
So death metal to Beethoven.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's a good band name, Death Metal to Beethoven.
That might already be a bit.
I feel like that is like basically like a.
You call it
band-
DMB,
a band that's
Death
like
Metal to
plays
Beethoven.
death metal, and there's like little breaks of like strings and piano. that
Yeah.
goes back to-
I'm sure there's a subgenre. Like metal,
Yeah.
metal and rap are like the same thing. Like they have like a billion different.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's a.
Flesh God Apocalypse. You ever heard of them? Classical death metal.
I haven't heard of them, but what I do know is that neoclassical is like the kind of like the name for like, modernized classical music where it's very guitar based. So like anytime you hear like Yngwie Malmsteen, or there's someone who
I love him. I saw him live
yeah.
actually.
Nice. He was was that the show at the oh god, where is it? It's off the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember. It was in the area though, right?
Yeah. Don't remember. It was in like Bonita or something.
Yeah. So did he have his like classic wall of Marshalls just behind him?
No, it was okay. So it was actually funny. My buddy Gage went too, and he actually.
Hold on, which Gage are we talking about? Because
the singer of the band. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So he went there, and he was like literally he could touch his pedal board from where he was.
Oh.
And he got a bunch of stuff. Like he got like a set list and stuff. He got a bunch of the stuff that he had there because he was that close.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
He has the best luck with like getting stuff at concerts. Like I saw Metallica, Avenged Sevenfold, and Volbeat with him, and this dude got like a drumstick and like 3 picks. And
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah. He doesn't have the
That's
best
so well.
luck of coming to John's Closet, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where's he at? Yeah, right.
Your luck ran out, Gage.
It's okay, Gage. I still forgive you.
Yeah, we forgive you.
We forgive you, bro. We love you.
for now. No.
For now.
Wait, what was the question you asked again?
Your origins of music. What did
Oh,
you start
okay.
listening to,
All right.
and then
It's actually kind of funny because my dad comes from a background of music.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the piano and sings and stuff, and I got an Xbox for like when it first came out.
Right.
I was like probably
Wait. Xbox One or Xbox 360 or the original Xbox?
Xbox original.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
And then
Yeah.
I got that not when it first came out, but I got it and I messed with it, and then we got the Xbox 360 when it first came out, and then I started playing Rock Band.
Wow, Rock Band coming full circle.
And I like did a guitar okay, whatever. I did singing all right,
Right.
but the drums like instantly picked that up, played expert mode on there. You know, I was doing
Wow.
and my dad goes, well, this can either go one of 2 ways. I can either buy this kid a drum set and he sucks and never plays it again, and it just collects dust, or he could become a drummer because he was a musician, so he wanted another musician in the family because he's one of the only ones.
Right.
So he bought me this drum set for Christmas. He was working hard just to buy like a cheap like Pearl like first
Yeah.
weird drums like first act type stuff.
Yeah.
He bought it and literally I picked it up like really fast. And it's funny because I cannot play Rock Band now like on like medium, like it's nothing like real drums. So I started on drums actually, and I picked it up really quick ever since I was 5 or 6, and I played in a band with my dad and some older guys. And I was out gigging when I was only like 9 or 10. And I was playing at gigs and at bars and stuff.
Wait, holy shit. Wait, hold on. You're telling me Rock Band actually works?
It worked for me.
I played Guitar Hero for a while.
I'm gonna say that my whole music origin story, I'm feeling it resonate right now because I started on Guitar Hero, played in a band with my dad with some older
Really?
guys.
I had no
Yeah,
idea
there you
this
go.
shit was true, man.
No, but yeah, so I did that, and then eventually my dad started playing guitar, and once he was learning it, I was learning it with him, and then now I'm better at guitar than my dad is. And it's funny. The only thing my dad has me beat at is piano and singing, obviously, but yeah, I learned that.
He's probably like, you little motherfucker. You can't beat me in piano.
yeah, right. No, but then I picked up bass eventually, and now I just I do know piano and I know like saxophone. I know a bunch of instruments, but really my main two is probably drums and bass is what I got.
Which one are you better at?
Drums, definitely.
Drums, definitely. Okay. Wow.
That's kind of like the Kimberleys. Their bassist is a drummer.
Yeah.
Who just learned bass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Is the drummer the hardest? No, I'm sorry. Is the bassist the hardest position to like find?
In my
in a
opinion,
band?
yes. In my
Okay.
opinion, it is.
I think yes and no. I
Yes
think
and
it's
no.
very easy to find a person, but it's very hard to find the right person.
That's true. Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And the reason I say that is just because, like, when you play bass, right? It's like you can find a guitarist that can play bass,
Right.
but you won't necessarily find the same guitarist playing bass the way it should be played.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, what happens is guitars, they love riffing around, they love playing their notes, they love doodling, whatever.
Yeah.
You try to do the same thing on a bass, and what happens is sometimes it gets muddy, sloppy.
Yeah.
Because the point of the bass is to solidify the in between of the kick and the guitar.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah.
It's meant to glue the two together. That's what a bass does. And a lot of times when you hear like a really great guitar tone, it's actually just because like the bass is really driving underneath it.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah. Bass is it's very what's the word I'm looking for?
Rhythmic.
No, it's very underappreciated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man. Yes, very much
Because
so.
everyone's just like, it's bass. That's four strings. You just play the bass.
Isn't there a band that's just like drums and bass and that's it?
There's a lot of bands that are like. Actually, I
Drums and
saw
bass.
this. It was like actually a Christian band. It was kind of scary. It was
Oh,
two drummers and a bass player. That's all it was. Two drummers, and the cymbals were saw blades.
Mm.
And one yeah, no, and one of them wore a pig mask. And I don't know. I'm like,
And then he
how's this a
came up
Christian
to you
band?
and he's like, "Wake up,
Yeah,
brother."
they, like, touch
Some
us.
shit
They
like
were
that.
touching us like he took because my cousin was wearing a like a cross necklace.
Mhm.
Right.
And he like grabbed it and like started shaking it. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like he slapped me in the face like, brother. It's called, I don't know. It was weird.
He's like, God bless you, brother.
God bless you, brother. It's really creepy.
Well, Hulk Hogan got reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame. He was kind of taken out for his comments beforehand, so it's cool to talk about Hulk Hogan again. We won't get in trouble. It's not like
Hulk Hogan.
brother.
But yeah, I'm out of the loop with the whole Hulk Hogan thing.
Well, he got caught saying the N-word, and then they took him out of the WWE Hall of Fame, and then they brought him in. Hey, man, that's why I'm on pop culture. I'm black, man. I know about all the people who say the N-word. But can we get Kramer back, too? Is Kramer too far? Damn. You know the Dave Chappelle joke about Kramer? Like, he was talking about Kramer. He was like, I don't want to say the whole thing, but basically, like, Dave Chappelle, he was saying, like, he's like 90% comedian, 10% like black person or whatever, like African American, right? And he was like, because in the black person in him was like, damn, that's fucked up. He said the N-word, that's fucked up, Kramer. But the comedian in him was like, nigga was having a bad set. I was like, wow, that is genius.
That's crazy. That's funny.
All right.
So now, kind of back to origins of the band.
Okay.
How did all three of you meet?
All right. Want me to take this one? Want me to take this one?
I'll take the first part. So
Okay,
me
yeah,
and Dominic.
me and you, yeah.
So I come in my freshman year for marching band, and then I see this queer bag coming out of nowhere, and I look, and me and him really did not like each other for like a year.
Ooh,
We hated each other.
Wait, can you do a side story? Why did you not like each other?
All right, well,
like,
all right, so I have a different sense of humor, and he actually is used to it now. Where like I'll say like stuff like, for example, he'll be playing something like "Shut up, you suck, bitch" or something. I'll say something like that.
Right,
I just
yeah.
get really ass hurt.
He used to actually take it seriously, like I was actually insulting him, but like I was messing around. And, like
I don't know if you
I would
want
laugh.
to mess with the dude. Like normally I have the biggest thighs, man. This dude's thighs are like my thigh plus my leg combined into one thigh. So I don't know if you want to. So you would like do like little like
Yeah.
high school level,
Yeah,
like
like-
hey,
yeah,
shut up,
exactly.
bitch, you suck.
yeah. Like,
yeah.
Because
Your
I'm a-
mom.
Someone's like, well, I am in high school. It's like,
And
well, yeah.
also like, all right, like Stefano's a very good musician, but like.
Right.
The thing is, for some reason, like I'm not trying to be like a prick or anything, but like in a setting like that where they're long ass days, like band camps were freaking like 8 hours, sometimes
Horrible.
10-hour
Right.
days. And towards the end of the day, when we're taking it slow and people aren't getting it and I am getting it, then I get
Right.
frustrated. But I understand when I'm not getting it and other people are getting it. It's
Yeah.
the same way. But like sometimes you wouldn't get stuff and be like, God, this guy fucking blows. Like,
Yeah, because
Can
I
you
didn't
just
know how to read
understand?
music when I came
Yeah, like-
in, and like he was on a much higher caliber than me, and because I was always a drum set player and in the marching band and professional orchestra world, whatever, it's not really accepted to be like, hey, yo, I can play some crazy death metal. Like no one
Yeah.
gives a shit.
Never gives a
Yeah.
shit.
Marching
You're right.
band
It's
world. So
mentioned,
this
man.
kid's like, you're a fucking pussy, and I'm like, dude, like, relax. I'm a freshman. And
no,
then,
but
You're a pussy, Stefano.
no, okay, no, that's the funny part. That's the other thing. It's like he said, like it's Stefano, not Stefano, and like that's just the funniest thing to me because like I don't know, it's like nobody really. I mean, people say Dominique instead of Dominic to me, and like that doesn't really make me that mad. Like it kind of gets annoying, but like it's just the way that he took it so seriously. He's like it's Stefano, not Stefano.
now I don't really care
Yeah,
because
now he
like,
doesn't
I
care.
don't like being disrespectful.
Like I remember
to
they were
anybody.
calling when we were at Denny's after the show on Saturday. They were calling you Stefan
Stefan.
or like Stefan or something. They were
Well,
calling you something
Stefan.
weird. It was,
It was the
funny.
girls, so like I couldn't I was just like whatever, like that's cool. I love you guys too.
That's
whatever.
sexist.
That's it's the girls.
No, but he actually has improved a lot as a musician, so I'm proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, and we were also after my
Mhm.
freshman year, real quick. My sophomore year and his junior year, we were on drumline together. I played bottom bass, he played third, so we really got to
Yeah.
know each other. Then he
Yeah.
had mono the whole season,
Oh yeah,
powered it out while his stomach was swollen, about to
Yeah,
rupture.
I remember that.
And then my junior year, he
Shit.
played bass with his best friend, and I played tenors. And
Yeah.
we screwed some stuff up, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we both played quads for parades.
Yeah, and we would love each other, but I totally manhandled you when it come to carrying heavy ass drums.
Yeah.
He's definitely a dom. You're definitely a submissive man.
Of
Yeah.
course, even though his
when you
name's
guys go
Dom,
to college, you'll learn about all these different things.
Yeah.
he doesn't live up. He doesn't live up to the name Dom.
Ah.
Sorry, big boy.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
Steffi poo up in this bitch.
See, I'm glad. You know what? The future will be in good hands, man. We got, when we had 10th wave on, now we have Copacetic. You know what? I'm gonna let these. What do you guys? What's the word?
Post millennials.
No. There's a specific word. Generation Z, X. No. Gen Z. I think is a technical.
I think so. I think
Gen Z. I think the
know.
Gen Z will be fine. Us millennials, we're washed up. It's over for us, man.
It's over.
It's over, man.
It's over.
I mean, there's already a special by, I think her name's Eliza, called Elder Millennial.
Elder millennial.
Yeah, it's like a new stand-up special on Netflix or something.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't had a chance to see that.
I forget the woman's name. I think it's Eliza. I might be wrong. But yeah.
Well, I'm glad enemies became friends, man.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah,
way
we're
to do
really
it.
close now
So, yeah,
too.
actually, I knew him before I knew. It's funny because, me and him didn't like each
Let's
other.
talk about
and then-
Gage now. Yeah, we almost forgot. We
Yeah,
love
yeah,
the
yeah.
God,
Gage.
he's gonna be so ass hurt.
Yeah.
All right, so there's this guy named Richie, and he's actually an excellent guitarist.
He's really good.
He's really working on solo stuff because he used to be in a band. It's funny because when you listen to him sing and you play with him, he plays pop and stuff like that. He has a pop voice. But then he used to be in a band that played Slipknot, Avenged Sevenfold, Metallica because he's a great guitarist. He can shred like no other.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Jesus. So anyway, me and him actually wrote a couple songs together. But anyway, so I meet Gage and Richie were like best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I met Gage through Richie, and it's funny because Gage didn't like me that much either. But when we first met, and then Richie moved to New York, so Gage had no one to jam with. I didn't really have anyone to jam with, so I'm like, let's jam. So he came over and we had our friend John, the one I was talking about in the other band.
Right.
We started a band together. I played drums and John played bass, and that lasted for like a little bit, and then John ended up leaving the band because he was working a lot, so he had other
he had like
commitments.
two jobs, pizza delivery guy.
Yeah, he was working.
Yeah.
So then, but me and Gage didn't want to necessarily stop playing together. You know what I mean? So we were doing what we could. We got this guy over. It was funny. We got this over for one jam sesh. We learned a few songs. Didn't talk again for another year and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. How bad did it go?
I don't remember.
It went really good.
It went
Like,
good.
It went really good.
It went really good. Yeah, but
It was just the poor follow-up type of thing.
Yeah, I still talk to
Yeah.
him because we went to the same school. Obviously, we were in
We were in
marching band.
marching
We were with
band,
each
you
other
know.
all the time.
They didn't like
Yeah.
the fact that I don't mean this to brag, hashtag humble brag, but the thing is that when I play,
Right.
because of all my deathcore and death metal influences, I go way too hard sometimes,
Right.
and it just does not match the mood of the song. So
Right.
Gage didn't say it because Gage is a very reserved person. I like that
Right.
about him. But
Yeah.
Dominic's like, dude, you're going too hard in the
Just living
paint,
up to
bro.
his dom name.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Play a fucking stop.
yeah, go a little slower.
I'll choke you if you don't stop.
Yeah.
So I went harder, you know.
Right. Yeah.
No, so we didn't talk to each other for a while. Actually, what happened? Here's the funny part: is Gage wanted to really take it seriously. Gage would wake us up at 7 a.m. and be like, let's start practicing. Let's do this because one of us would have to work. It was actually when me and John and Gage were together. We'd have to work
Right.
at 9 or something. Be like, let's wake up at 7, knock out a hour and a half rehearsal, and you go to
Right.
work. It's like, bro, I gotta work. I'm tired. What the
Yeah.
hell, man?
Fam,
Yeah. No, but then we got together with this Steph guy, and then we didn't talk again for a while, and then I hit Gage up again. I'm like, let's play, and then he went off on me. He's like, I don't want to waste my time with people who aren't taking it seriously. This and that, and I'm
You
like,
can't blame
whoa.
Right.
And I was like, whatever, because me and him were like, even if we didn't do that, I just wanted to hang out, bro. Me and him used to be tight, what the heck? And the next thing you know, he texts me back hey, didn't mean to say that, blah blah blah. We got together, and the next thing you know, we didn't talk again for a little bit, and then we had a show that we needed some other bands for, and I'm like, yo, Gage and Steph. Let's
Let's
fucking
do it.
this.
He
Let's
called
fucking
me
do
out of
this.
nowhere one day. I just got finished with a college exam for music theory, so my brain was stupid fried.
Right.
And he's like, bro, he's like,
Bro.
You want to play some music?
yeah, he's like, you want to play some music? And I genuinely thought, I was 90% no. But then you said just one gig. And then I was like, okay. And then I was like, I
And
really
then
like
Copacetic.
Copacetic
I knew.
came along, and it's a lot of fun. We are a very cohesive unit, is
Yeah.
what I say. It's a lot of fun.
You feel like it was like an instant chemistry when you guys started playing and stuff like that?
I think it was.
Yeah, instant chemistry with
Yeah.
playing, but talking wise, it took a little bit
You're right,
while for our
communication.
personalities to blend. But music wise, dude, we're spot on all the time.
I want to see. I mean, I don't watch too many of like Hollywood stories about bands and how they clearly got
Right.
together and the reasons why they broke apart or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like communication is it's never about the actual music.
Never.
Most of the time, it's
Right.
about the communication
Yeah.
and then
The chemistry.
the chemistry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like if you need a good, healthy
Relationship. Yeah,
because
friendship with those guys.
like especially the lead singer. The lead singer is gonna blow up regardless.
Exactly,
because he's
yeah.
the front person. He's the
Front
main
man.
person singing or whatever. So you gotta reserve your ego. Especially if
Yeah.
you feel like, if the guitar player is
Yeah.
technically the best musician, right? The
Yeah.
lead singer is going to get all the glory and all the, all the praise or whatever.
Gage is both the singer.
Yeah.
and the
Yeah, and he's the sexiest in the band, so we can't
Oh,
really say
yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
You can't always be alpha.
Like, actually, a funny story, man, is one day, like, I remember this is when we first jammed out.
Yeah.
I'm still a pretty chunky dude. I don't know if you guys know. I'm 300 pounds, so like I'm pretty.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a pretty
Same
big,
though.
and I just love
Thick
food.
boys in the building.
Hell yeah, dick boys, bro. 2 C's. And
Yeah.
he took his shirt off one rehearsal, and I remember, like, I'm very straight. I have a girlfriend, but I remember I looked at him in such awe, like 6-pack, like
Yeah, he's
chiseled Greek
actually-
god, like he's in really
He-
good
he's
shape.
actually really good.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
front man, absolutely front man.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah,
takes his
yeah.
shirt off, all the girls are like, what the hell is that?
Dude, no,
Ah.
that's the funny part because all right, so I didn't really know if he wanted us to go dive into this, but everyone says that he kind of acts and sounds like the singer of Nirvana, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
And it depends on what we're doing, obviously, but he
Mhm.
does like sort of remind people of him. And like the dude walks on stage with barefoot. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
shit.
He freaking falls on the floor. He whacks his guitar like we were rehearsing yesterday, and he like almost broke the amp because he was like hitting it with his guitar. Like
I
he
know
just,
that was
he's
funny.
just
That
crazy.
was funny.
He just gets into it like he just is in a whole nother like world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
God,
I-
he watched that
yeah.
MTV Unplugged Nirvana like probably like on
No.
repeat like a million times.
Let me just say that when I saw these guys live, I saw him. I saw Gage put in like what a 15-watt line 6 amp, right?
Yeah.
And dime the fucking thing.
Wow.
Just master volume all the way up. The
Yep.
speakers like breaking up,
Jeez.
and he's just like, and he's going ham. He's
Is this
just
that
like,
Beach Records?
Yeah, this is
Right.
Beach
Yeah.
Records.
Fuck.
That
So-
was. I just love watching him play.
I know.
So I'm
When
sitting
I
there-
watch him solo, I laugh, but I'm also in awe at the same time.
No, but it's funny
really
because the
good.
first time we played at Beach Records, he was using his grandfather's Marshall stack,
Mm.
and so he was loud or whatever. But what happened was, he pulled up his first guitar, tuned it, got it ready, and we were about to play our first song. He took one strum and 3 strings break.
Oh, dude, I remember that.
Yeah,
that
so
blow.
he was already nervous because that was his first gig ever playing. The one that you saw was only a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
he's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our second.
That was
gig.
only
Holy
our
hell.
second, as a band.
Can't
but
wait
then-
for the next.
But then this guy, he pulls up his next guitar, and the pickups aren't working, so he's over here freaking out. He pulls his up guitar. We play the first song, and he breaks the E string, and that was his last guitar he had. So he's already like shitting bricks, and he's so nervous. And then at the end of the very last song, it's "Breed" by Nirvana we were playing, and he's going ham, and then he just drops his guitar, and the neck
whole
snapped.
thing just blew.
The
and I
neck
was
like,
like,
completely
wow.
snapped, and he was just and for the rest of the day he was like shitting on himself. He's just like, I suck.
with his hood on.
He's like, yeah, he's
I'm
sitting there
the
like,
worst
he's
one
like, I broke my
ever."
fucking guitar. Nobody
damn.
likes me. But then our second gig, I remember, I think it was like the second or third song in our set. He was playing a solo and he got down on his knees, and the girls started screaming. And I'm like,
That's when I knew he got
I'm
it.
like,
That's when I knew he
Damn,
got
damn,
it.
we might need to get Gage. Like, yo,
Yeah.
man, just post your abs and just say, put
No,
wait, no, hold on. Post your
It could
abs
be
on
the album
Instagram.
cover.
No, post your abs on the Instagram or whatever, your Instagram story, and just have a tag of like John's Closet.
John's closet.
Just go to YouTube. It's like if you want to see more, go to John's Closet. The YouTube. It's like, oh my god! I don't care. As soon as I think it takes a couple seconds. I don't know what the YouTube thing. Couple seconds of the video, it generates as a view. So
Yes.
that's all we need.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
No, but
No, the YouTube algorithm says we need watch time, Sydney.
dang.
Watch time.
Yeah. Hey man, any way to rack up the views, man.
It's just funny because I was glad that Gage had a good performance and like
Yeah.
because that showed that people didn't think he
Right.
sucked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
yeah. Finally, like.
Because like it doesn't matter what like you think sometimes. You just
Yeah.
want the approval from other people. Like, okay, I don't
course.
suck.
Were there a lot of girls that beat records?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there was like it was probably like 90% girls.
Jailbait, as
Oh
far
yeah, I
as
was
the
gonna
eye
say.
can
I mean,
see.
yeah. We gotta say jailbait. You guys can say girls, but they're actually girls your
Like,
age.
yeah.
We gotta say jailbait.
Yeah.
Statutory.
No, there were some pretty girls. though.
I'm sorry, officer. I
whoa,
swear
whoa,
she
whoa,
was
whoa.
18.
There's some pretty jailbait girls.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I sidetracked from that.
You want to get into the fun question? Or you got some more?
All right, let's see. I got some more. So what do you guys intend to do long term, right? Do you guys have like a clear goal in mind, or you just like gig and see where it goes?
All right. Well, as far as I go, I don't know what the rest of these guys think, but me, I want to make music my career. I want to make a living out of it. I want to make a difference. I don't want to play music just to play music. I want people to listen to my music and enjoy it to the point where it changes their lives, because I know musicians have changed my life. So I want that. I want to have that same effect on people, not just to make millions of dollars and be famous. I want to make a difference. You know what I mean?
Okay.
With my
Exactly.
music, with the thing that's how I communicate with people. It's music.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What about you, Steph?
Shall I go? Okay. And my bad. Yeah, like I guess it's kind of gig from gig. We really want to do at least one or a couple tours, and if we all get like, if this really works and I start making legit money, I think it goes for the rest of the band too. Because I did want to go to college. I still want to go to college and pursue the professional side of music. Of course, not saying that's not professional, but it's just I like to always have a backup plan for everything. I'm obsessed with safety, but I would love to tour, and I would love for us to like not get big, but just just be like a highly suspect or something like that.
Highly suspect.
Yeah, I would love that. Just a bond with two other guys. Like sounds really.
That is highly suspect, though.
Yeah, exactly.
To bond with two other guys, though.
Yeah. So that's what I want, but. Yeah.
Oh man, well this is good. Dom, I commend you for that, but I think me and John have the same sentiment of we want to sell out.
Yeah,
definitely sell out completely.
Yeah,
like
only thing about selling out, somebody's got to buy in. So we got to put in this John's Closet work, get good enough, and then we just cashing out, man. We're selling out. Like,
yeah.
It's a slot machine. Just we're just waiting for 3 7s.
Well, I wouldn't mind that. I'm not saying I wouldn't mind that.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
People always like, yo, I would never sell out. You would never sell out?
No,
Come on,
no,
man.
definitely.
You're just not good enough to even like sell out. Nobody's trying to buy you. Like,
Damn.
So now, kind of to get on a little bit of a tangent from the last question. So long term, you guys just want to go on, basically try to go on tour, make a difference with the music.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make sure that a lot of people, resonate with whatever your message is.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, now, when you guys played at Beach Records, you guys played covers just to kind of like, just to get it out there, just to perform out there, get your name out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Sir.
Do you have any original songs that are in the works?
We do.
We do.
Okay.
We've actually been
Absolutely.
working on a lot. It's funny because what we do is we write like a riff, or like we write part of a song, and then so we don't forget it, we give it like a title, even if it's not the title of the song, and we just titled our newest one "Gay Boy."
Yeah, with an I at the end.
I gotta remember these guys are in high school, so I'm like, damn, what would I name a title back in high school? I'm like, I'd probably do something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Have I told you what? So I used to give like a bonus question to my students, and one of them was come up with a band name
Right.
that fits the format verb the noun.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, if you have something that fits verb the noun, right? There are several bands: Escape the Fate,
Right.
Pierce the Veil, Run
Right.
the Jewels,
Right.
Cage the Elephant.
Mm-hmm.
All of these are in the format verb the noun. These students were a little too comfortable on this exam.
No way.
Oh.
I feel where this is going.
Fail the final.
Fail the final.
Jump the bridge. Kill the me.
Me? Jesus.
And then someone said toss the salad.
Toss the
I like
salad.
that. I like that. Toss a salad.
Do you know what that actually means, though? Like the actual like Urban Dictionary definition of that?
No.
Tossing salad.
Oh boy.
Toss the salad.
Oh, man,
no.
it's so great to feel back in high school.
I feel like we're so immature for these guys.
Oh my gosh. Tossing salad is when a
man loves another man very much.
specifically in his booty hole, specifically with his tongue.
Jesus Christ! I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have even been like, I like that one. Now,
Yeah,
I know you do.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There was, there was one other person who was on the same track. They put eat the ass.
Oh my god.
oh, did you have to like
Yeah,
punish him or something?
No, I didn't.
Eating ass is
college, bro.
normal, man.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
Wait till you get in college. Trust me. A lot of these things will be revealed. He's like, ooh. He did I know you can't see it, but he just did the. It's the fun now.
It's the fun.
Stefan.
But So
It's getting hot in here, man.
Yeah, have some water, man. Yeah.
He's getting embarrassed. He didn't know how to toss a salad, man.
Hey, man, he's a young dude. He's got a grown man body, but he's a young at heart, young at mind. Just, stay pure.
young in beard as well. Sorry to say.
Yes, yes.
But yeah. I think someone put Love the World.
Love the world.
I scoffed a little bit.
That's cute.
That's really cute.
Oh, yeah, I meant to ask before you ask that question. Have you guys seen, since you guys are both drummers, have you guys seen, it's probably me and John's, I would say it's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. It's the movie, I don't know where John ranks it, but Whiplash.
Of course I have.
Yeah.
Of course I have.
Oh, my God. Have you discussed Whiplash on this podcast before?
I think we've tried to, but
We tried to. It just went
Let's
on.
do it. Let's go right now.
Look,
I haven't seen it for a while. I obviously
Jump.
remember the movie, but it's a good movie and all. I love the movie, but like is it in my top 10 of movies? No. It is a good movie though.
I would say it's like number 10.
But you know what
for me,
movie
but-
sucks? Drumline with Nick Cannon.
Oh my God, it's so
I
unrealistic.
hate
But
that movie.
back to Whiplash, though,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta say the reason why I like that movie so much is you can see how much he emotionally struggles.
Oh,
even
yeah.
besides the teacher,
Right.
he breaks up with that girl.
Yeah.
He stresses himself out. He gets blisters
Yeah.
and bleeds all over the drum set
Right.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
He puts in blood, sweat, tears, and his soul into what he
Right.
wants to do.
Yeah.
And me and Dom and Gage can relate to that so well. So
Yeah.
I love the movie solely for that reason. And plus, who doesn't like some Buddy Rich chops and some jazz double swing? And
Yeah.
I love Whiplash. I'm
Yeah.
actually trying to cover it. So
Yeah,
it'll be
everything
fun.
about the movie when I first saw it, it's like, wow, it just feels just such a cool and complete movie, and especially
Yeah.
I forget his name. It's the person who's the teacher. His
J.K.
name is
Simmons.
He's from Spider-Man.
Yeah,
He's the newspaper guy from Spider-Man.
yeah. What was his name?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
Yeah, J.K.
Yeah.
Simmons.
Yeah.
Like his role was just such a perfect and interesting
Yeah.
character, and the reasonings behind him doing everything that it is.
That was
I was like,
cool.
wow, that's such a cool. And
It's a lot deeper than you
great-
think. You
lot
just think
deeper
he's a
than you think.
dickhead at first. but-
Yeah. So like, especially his acting, and then
there are no more dangerous words than good job.
Yeah, everything about
That
the
was
movie.
spot on.
I just felt such a especially the final scene,
Yeah.
right? The cinematography of him drumming and shit like that. Like I never I've watched a lot of movies. I wouldn't say I'm a big movie person, but like I remember just watching that scene. I'm like, wow, like just the camera angles and cinematography alone. I'm like, man, it's just telling so much of the story and the
course.
passion, and like his you feel like all right, this is it. Like this is the triumph moment. It's either you're gonna fail, right, and you're just gonna be a sub person. You're just gonna never achieve your dreams, or you're gonna rise up to the occasion. Like I just felt such a way when I first saw that scene. I was like, wow, like is this motherfucker gonna do it?
yeah.
And he did it, and then and I loved the way it like cut away, and then he finally got back into the groove of the song. I was just like, wow, like this. It
That was
such
a crazy solo too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember the name of the drummer who did it for that track, but like when I heard it, like I've heard me and him have heard some pretty stupid stuff. Like when you guys talked about drum corps, like there's some crazy shit out there. But like the drummer of that, I like heard it and like I felt like I was having an epileptic attack, like trying to keep some. groove in
Yeah,
there. I was
apparently Miles Teller, he actually like practiced and tried to learn. So most of the scenes of him drumming is actually him
Pretty
drumming.
real, yeah.
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 technique is but yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Fuck. Great movie.
Yeah, it was a
Shout out to
wonderful movie.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, it wasn't until like I started like chatting with Aaron that I actually learned anything about like the types of like the level of proficiency and chops that you need to be just how that hardcore drummer.
Right.
Not only learning your rudiments and everything, but the different metric like exercises that you can do.
And modulations and things like that. Just
Oh yeah,
stupid.
Like switching. Like there's one part in one of his like marching band sort of like drum fucking stuff. That's like it switches subdivisions from like 6 to 5 to 4. It's like all one measure, but the subdivisions change.
Right.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Now I don't know if you know anything about like quintuplets or playing anything like that, but to me, like being so ingrained in like triplets and 4/4
Right.
type stuff, where I'm
Yeah,
focusing
yeah.
on quadruplets or even dotted eighth notes or whatever.
Right.
Like my thing is like quintuplets, like having 5 subdivisions per beat or measure or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
just for whatever reason just fucks with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Because
absolutely.
it's uneven, right?
It's
It's not. It's an odd number.
Even for the most part.
Yeah.
One thing that I really hate is when, let's say, we have like a triplet chord, so da 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 da, and what they do is they add accents on different subpartials
Right.
of the triplet, and they make it sound even, and then they make it sound odd, so you feel like you're in like 6/8. And then it's like, what the hell's going on? A lot of my instructors purposely do that to just absolutely mind fuck me during practice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
golly.
Yeah.
You share the same sentiment, Dom? Like, is drumming the hardest instrument to master?
I don't think so at all.
You don't think so? What is the hardest instrument to master?
For me, the hardest instrument that I've come across. All right, so just to tell
It
you
was
guys
bass
what
all
I play.
along.
It is bass. It actually,
Bass all along.
All right,
Yeah.
Let me explain this. So I played drums, guitar, piano, bass, saxophone. and
All right, we get it.
Get to the fucking
You
point.
get pussy.
no, but anyway, so saxophone and trumpet were difficult to learn, but it's like when you get the technique down, the notes are just like simple. But for the bass guitar, the technique is way difficult because I started on guitar first, then went to bass guitar, and you know the strings are so much thicker and it's so hard you can't like shred like you were saying, you can't like do all this stuff. So I'm sitting here trying to like shred on this bass, and I'm like, I use a bass pick, and like all the real bass players are like, that fucking guy, you're that guy who uses a bass pick.
Yeah.
But I use mostly my fingers when I play bass now, but that's what she said. Anyway, so no,
Jesus.
no, but yeah, so I think that was technique wise that was the hardest one to learn, but obviously, you know, there's only so much you can do. Like he said, there's not really people that can play the bass correctly.
So you say the bass is the hardest?
I think so.
instrument to
Bass
master.
or guitar, definitely one of
Bass
those.
or guitar.
I-
What do you think? What is the
Okay.
hardest instrument? I mean, I've never played any like trumpet or.
I would say that it depends on your learning
When-
curve.
when-
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's always dependent on the individual.
because
really.
the thing is, like, the way that I see it, drums. I feel like there's two ways to kind of approach it to where you might think something's easy or hard.
Mm-hmm.
If your goal as a drummer is just to be able to play beats,
Mm-hmm.
it's very easy to do that.
Right.
Yep.
However, very hard to keep consistent tempo.
Yes. Especially a slow tempo.
And that's kind of the thing. Like, drums are super easy to pick up, but they are super hard to master in that sense.
Yeah,
That's how every
absolutely.
instrument is, in my opinion.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Some instruments more than others. Like,
I guess guitar is probably piano. I would say piano is probably the most
Piano is
easiest intro because you just have to press the keys down.
But
Press the keys down.
it's also hard because like a lot of people will do one thing with their left hand and then
Yeah.
something completely different with
With
their
their
right hand. So
right.
it's like,
Yeah.
what the hell? I mean, that's how it
Yeah.
is with
That's
guitar.
true.
Cause,
in a way,
'cause-
but
well, and what I was gonna say
Or
to
maybe
follow up the
guitar,
drum
but
thing,
I don't know.
you know, something really hard about drums is like true limb independence.
yes, oh my God,
Yeah.
Thomas
Yeah.
Hake, man, Thomas Hake.
What is limit dependence?
Limb independence.
Limb. What is that?
Each limb on your body
is playing something?
is playing something
Oh, okay. You gotta like be able to like,
different. Yeah.
like muscle memory and just to know. Okay,
Yeah.
my left hand's
Yeah.
doing this. Is it different? My right hand's doing this.
Yeah.
My right foot is doing this, and my left foot
Yeah.
is doing that. Like, yeah.
So, like, having true
Yeah.
limb independence
Right.
is another like crucial thing. That's
right.
like, but then again, that's one of those things where it's really hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you master that, everything else becomes easy.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think
Yeah.
you know, like if you're gonna look at drums, like they're kind of like almost two levels of learning in that respect.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
there's one aspect that's like a really easy learning curve, but really difficult to master. Then there's something that's really hard to master, but as soon as you master it, everything else is cake.
Yep.
True. Yeah.
You
I
know,
see what you mean.
There's so many different styles of. Honestly, what's really, if you want to get into what's the meaning of music, like there's so many different styles of instruments, and mastering those styles and techniques on top of that. Like
Right.
if you ask like let's say Thomas Hake from Meshuggah, just because I like
Oh,
him,
yeah.
and he has insane limb independence. He can play, you know, he keeps the hi-hat going, plays hurdas, and then
Right.
just keeps a 4/4 groove in his hands. But then if you ask a jazz drummer who can do like 6-steplet paradiddles at like 200 like freaking 50, and he can just keep hammering away.
Right.
Or piano, same thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like piano is another one of those things where you're like, okay, if you just want to hit keys or play chords,
Right.
piano's really easy to
Yeah.
learn.
Right.
Very easy.
But if you want to,
master it in a way.
yeah.
Mastering a piano is like fucking insane.
because
Yeah.
after that, then you need to worry about really the same issue that drummers have to deal with,
Yeah.
except it's not just
It's not even limb. It's finger.
Yeah.
It's
finger,
fingers,
each
so
individual finger it has
extremely
to be
fine
able to
motor skills.
Yeah.
act independently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, granted, you know, there are ways around it. Like, I feel
Yeah.
I would argue that like in terms of independence of your ligaments.
Yeah.
If you want to go that,
Yeah.
if you want to be like generalizing, I think it would be harder for drums than piano
Right.
because your drums you're working on all four limbs, your whole body's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With piano, a lot of times your left hand kind of follows a certain motion anyways.
True.
Right,
True.
You know, and your right hand also kind of follows the similar motion. Usually it's that you have your melody and then you have your accompaniment. Although that's not always the case. But
Yeah.
like that's just kind of like a rule of thumb that you could use to kind of establish that more or less.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That being said, then there's guitar,
Right.
you know, which I feel like is kind of like the most linear, like
Yeah.
because it's not the most difficult thing to press down on a string,
Right.
but it's also not the easiest thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Learning how to play the notes is not the hardest or easiest thing.
Nah.
Like there's no like strict mastery level type thing. The only thing that you can really try to master is shredding, which, you know, as long as you're learning properly, I feel like has like, again, sort of the least like rhythmically you don't need to be as tight as a drummer necessarily. Just because of the fact that, you know, if you're playing leads and you're shredding that fast anyways, you know, what matters even more is kind of like, you know, I guess how many notes you fit into the subdivision, how tight that is becomes less and less relevant because people can only hear so fast.
Yeah.
You know?
Like so keeping it up a certain rhythm, like at that point it just becomes meaningless.
So meanwhile, you know, hearing like a double kick pedal just blasting, you know, or hearing Meshuggah's I love the example of Bleed because it's just so straightforward. You're hearing over and over again. That's something that needs to be consistent. Now those triplets or gallops or whatever you want to call them.
There it is. Yeah, my bad.
But like, you know, like they those are something that those are the thing that needs to be super tight. Now, granted, the guitars are also playing that,
Right.
and it's a forearm exercise for guitarists for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it's one of those things where the guitarist can afford to screw up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The kicks can, like, the drummer cannot.
Drummer can never. I think we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
That the drummer is probably the most important piece in a band,
Definitely.
right?
Yeah.
In terms of just keeping their overall structure and everything together or whatever. Because I mean, I figure it this way: the guitarist could start playing like a string could pop, or the bassist like, oh, something's wrong with the bass.
Yeah.
Singer can clearly take breaks from singing, whatever.
Yeah.
As soon as the drummer stops,
Everyone's like, "What do you?"
everybody notices.
Yeah,
it.
I
And
realized
it's
that.
an instant, like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So the
Right.
drummer,
Exactly.
he could be tired. A drumstick could drop. He's just got to find a way to pick up that drumstick or
keep
do
going.
something or just keep going, keep the tempo or whatever. So like, I envy. Like, shout out to you guys are doing the Lord's work as a drummer.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, you wanna let's do a fun question.
A fun question?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Do we?
My list is somewhere.
Is it that one right there?
No, it's something different.
Rip.
Let's see some fun questions.
Hold on. Did you say rip?
Oh my
my
gosh!
God.
Look, man, we were not doing
That's by far the
that.
dumbest
That
joke
did you
I've
do an
made.
audio pun? Was that
Yeah.
an audio pun? Wow,
Did
dude.
you say rip? Looks at you like
Oh
menacing.
god!
Did somebody say rip?
That's
my
by far
stomach-
the worst joke I've ever made on this podcast.
Yeah, my stomach is curdling right now, dude. Let me see. I know it's somewhere.
There's gotta be.
Hold on. I don't know why.
You think we're stalling, right? And
Please
it's
hold
like-
for a brief intermission.
I'm thinking. I'm
Yeah.
thinking back to the SpongeBob movie. You know,
Yeah.
the fucking the mermaid is just like. So you think I'm stalling?
Oh yeah, you got
Stalling.
I know what you're talking about.
Stalling. I mean, it is a very.
What
effective
is
stall.
stalling? You're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Stalling. I don't. I just. So you think that I'm stalling?
Man, fuck.
Stalling.
Dude, that was
anyways.
funny.
Come up with a fun question. I
SpongeBob.
believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can
Okay.
do this. You guys been doing
Wait,
this
what
for
you
the-
got? What you got, John? My mind's been off this entire.
All right.
Pretty
all right.
vacation. I've just been chilling.
I'm gonna put you guys on the spot.
All right.
If you guys had the choice to kill either your girlfriend or your bandmates, who would you kill?
Oh man.
This is a morbid one.
Oh wow.
All right.
I'm
Well,
putting you on the spot.
wait, so wait, hold on. Just to clarify, you're saying my girlfriend and my bandmates, as in both of them, or can I pick one of the bandmates to kill?
It has to be both.
Okay.
And Steph's like looking at you like,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Before you say anything, not you're gonna pick your girlfriend or your bandmate. Just say, look, I love both of you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love my
Exactly.
girlfriend. I love my bandmates.
I love you, baby. I love you, and I love Gage, and I love you, Dominic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
I
it
wanna
out the
I want
way.
to hear Stefano's answer first.
Jesus, I thought you were gonna go first. I
Hey,
want to hear you
man.
first.
No, I said it first. Nose goes.
Playing this game of hot potato.
ooh.
Okay. Do I have to just say it flat out, or can I explain my reasoning?
Yeah.
Explain your
Explain
reasoning.
it.
Go
So
for it.
okay, my girlfriend, sweetest girl ever. She does so much for me. We've been together for like a year and a half. I love her to
Right.
death, right?
Right.
Absolutely, and I potentially have a future with her.
Right.
But music has been my number one passion.
Ooh.
Ever
Girls
since.
don't like that. Girls don't like
know.
anything about them. You're saying music was before me?
Chocolate. No.
It will always be with you. So
Make a decision, Steph.
Damn.
Can we get some like game show music in
Yeah.
the background here?
this will be the perfect.
Now,
clip
now let
to-
me also point out, you know, you don't have to kill your bandmates to like just because you kill your bandmates doesn't mean you'll stop doing music.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
But just because you killed your girlfriend doesn't mean you're gonna not meet anyone else.
If you kill your girlfriend, you could
This
probably
is getting
make.
way
Wait,
deeper than
hold
it
on.
should be.
If you kill your girlfriend, that's great inspiration for music.
Hashtag
I'd kill my
Tyler the
girlfriend. I'd kill my girlfriend then. Inspiration for music.
Yeah.
Make a crazy deathcore song because of that.
Yeah.
It sounds more like a country song title.
I killed that bitch.
I left her in a barn.
Jesus.
My dog.
Left
All right,
in a
Dom.
barn to rot.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready to dominate.
All right. She's probably gonna
dominate
be,
with that answer.
she's probably gonna watch this.
Yeah.
So is
I don't know what
mine.
I
Be
say.
honest.
How long?
Don't
Wait.
be
How
a-
long have you been with your girl?
It's been a year and like a month or something like that.
Okay, it's about the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like Steph said, you know, I love my girlfriend, blah 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 blah, all that good stuff. But like, I also love music, so it's a hard decision. But you know,
Don't you fucking lie.
Yeah, we're all staring at Dom. Don't bluff, man.
I always heard that blood is thicker than water, and these guys are like my family. So I would actually have to keep them alive.
Ooh, golly.
I fucking love
So
you.
you don't
dude.
see your girlfriend as family like
no,
that?
well, no, not yet.
Yeah. Yeah. We breaking up high school relationships up in here.
Sydney, I don't think you should ever see your girlfriend as family.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of weird.
That
Yeah,
is
that's kind of weird.
I love how
Why'd
he's
you
like.
even say that?
Hold on. That's a good point. But people have been doing it for a while.
Not me.
Look at
though.
any king or
Not
queen
Uh,
in any royal family. Mad cousins, sisters.
Gotta keep the
How
blood
long,
pure
wait, how
and
long,
inbred.
how long have we been going for?
How long have we been going for?
It's been about an hour.
Okay, good.
think.
Because
Yeah,
I don't,
just at the hour.
I don't think she's gonna watch that long. I don't think she has.
You
the
think
patience.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
neither.
So we good.
I mean, she's just a high school girl. I assume she's still in
yeah,
high school.
she's a senior.
Yeah,
She's a senior.
girl.
No, you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be the one dude that she's friends with that she friend zoned that
Yeah.
finds this clip, shows it to her,
No.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be like, "Shit, this is what your boyfriend."
dude,
said."
can we totally get into some high school drama? I want to be in a high school drama. It's like, I was gonna see, like, have you heard of John's Closet? It's like, oh, my boyfriend Dom was on there saying
exactly
he
what's
would kill me and shit.
Yeah.
And this black dude named Sydney, he was instigating it and stuff, saying I'd be like, fuck his cousin or his sister. Ugh.
No.
It's so retarded.
All right, look, guys. So listen, these guys right here, Steph and Gage.
Mm.
I don't know how they feel towards my girlfriend, but for some reason, whenever she comes over and they're there, they get like, I wouldn't say scared, but they get like uncomfortable. So I'd like Steph to explain, elaborate.
Whew.
Not too much, but elaborate.
Not too much. Okay.
I mean, you could elaborate more. I mean, you just start. I need the high school drama. That's perfect.
All right, I'm about to stir up the sauce, guys. Y'all
Oh.
better get ready. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna put it this way,
Wait,
Dominic.
proceed with caution.
Yeah, exactly.
Proceed with
Yes.
caution,
Ooh.
please.
I
For-
love
for my
you.
sake. For my sake.
And I love your girlfriend. Joke. Okay. So, I love you. And I have much respect for your girlfriend. I have a lot of respect for your guys' relationship. But in my personal opinion, here we go with the band beef amongst the band members.
Right.
I don't think she should get in between us when we are rehearsing or before a gig, even though she's very helpful sometimes.
I agree.
Sometimes there's a little bit of tension between you two.
Yeah.
And that makes it really awkward for me and Gage and me and him.
Hold on.
Not sexual tension.
Hold on. Are you kids familiar with Ludacris?
Of course.
Like the artist?
So, yeah, the
Fast
artist.
and Furious
So
guy.
basically, what you're saying is, move, bitch, get out the way.
You know, here's what I'm gonna say about that. I've heard this advice, the same exact sort of sentiment, expressed several hundreds of times. Through several advice videos. Don't get your girlfriend involved.
Right.
Your girlfriend's not a band member.
Yeah.
Right.
Things like that. Now,
wait, hold on, John. That's not how their girlfriend's gonna hear this. All they heard on this entire 5-minute, 10-minute context explanation is music over girlfriend. Right, they only heard it in the segments. I love my homies over my girlfriend. I love everything else over my girlfriend. It's like, wait, but baby, you didn't even hear the whole thing. Like, yes, I did.
No, yeah, I know. Trust me. She'll turn around. She's like,
she'll pinpoint the small things.
yeah, right. Yeah. It's like we never even talked about anything else. What do you mean everything over you? We just talked about music.
Yeah.
So, no, but
yeah.
I mean, I've heard this advice over and over again. Your girlfriend's not a band member,
Right?
Yeah.
And the one thing that can really hurt is that the fact of the matter is you're at rehearsal to get shit done. To practice, to have things go on. You like the fact that and by the way, this is the same for like girls that bring their boyfriends.
Right.
But like you don't seem to hear it as often. I don't know. I think because the advice is generally given by dudes. But that being said, usually you don't want your significant other to come into the practice space or come into the studio.
Yeah.
Because it's the kind of stuff like it's work. It's like you don't go to work and bring your girlfriend to work day.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Bring your bitch to work day.
But and because of that, you have to kind of acknowledge that like this is a career. This is something that's to be taken just as seriously as any other job. It's one of those types of things where the investment is a lot more long term, and it's a lot more emotional. Right.
Yes.
Even though you're not getting the same monetary and like benefit, you are definitely getting some sort of emotional benefit from the get-go. And there is a potential to monetize it later. And I think, that's like for you to kind of like, not saying that anyone like necessarily gets in the way of rehearsal every single time.
Right.
Like I don't know your guys, I don't know your personal life, but if that ends up becoming an issue, that's basically like you're going to school, you're going to college,
Right.
You're trying to better yourself and go for some sort of degree. And, if you have someone that's distracting you from getting that degree, that's something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Because that degree is something that you are investing in. It's a lot more of a concrete financial investment. And the expected payout is a career that returns a higher salary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So
I'm sure your girlfriends would understand. Like
Yeah,
you
she
can't.
means
In
well.
general, it's just not a good idea just to bring them around for the band practice. Even if they just want to just chill, relax, and just listen to you guys play. Just like, hey man, like look, honey, just let me spend these two and a half hours with my bandmates, and just get practice on the way.
Yeah.
Also, great piece of advice. I don't know if you guys ever seen the Boondocks, but they have this song called "Homies Over Hoes." Do the homie.
I think that song had a bit of a different context.
Have you guys seen the Boondocks? Not the movie, but the TV show.
I saw
don't
like
think so.
one episode
Right,
when I
yeah.
was in second grade.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I've seen the
to be
movie.
fair, they
3
were
seasons
very,
on Netflix.
Yeah, only 3.
Only 3.
They have it on
there's,
Netflix.
There's no 4th season.
Is
It's
it on
3.
Netflix? I don't think it's on Netflix.
No, it's on Netflix.
Is it
That's
back
where
on
I watched
Netflix?
it.
Oh,
is
yeah.
it? Did they take it off of Netflix?
I could have sworn they took it off. I remember it being on, then they took it off. But
You can
anyways.
stream it.
Yeah, watch the
Through
Boondocks.
questionable,
One of my favorite
questionably
shows
legal
of all
meetings.
time.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's a
but
great show.
mhm.
So let's see. Actually, all my questions are pretty much exhausted. No, you know what? I do have one more.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
Let's do it.
how did you guys decide who would play drums? Since you both play drums.
Mhm.
Because he can't play bass.
Oh, fuck you.
Damn.
Well, no, it's not only that, but honestly, for the style and the genre of music we're doing, his drumming fit more. Even though he kind of gets even. For
I don't
the
stay in the
style we're-
pocket. Like, just say it. It's okay.
Even for the style we're doing, we are doing like a harder type
Yeah.
of like alternative rock, I guess you'd call it. He
Mhm.
sometimes does crazy shit, even that's too crazy for that. Sometimes like crazy for alternative rock, but this guy plays like, I'm telling you, bro, like fast and like his dude. I don't even want to get into it. It's just he plays mad crazy shit. Like I give him props, but
Thank you, bro.
but like I'm not a metal drummer. Like I can play metal drums, like pocket, like alternative rock, whatever. But like I'm mostly like a blues or like classic rock drummer. So you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Stuff
I
like
got
that.
you.
So that's one of the
So-
other reasons.
Back to what you were saying. He does the beats, and I do the craziness.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah.
You would say that you're the better drummer, I guess.
It depends on the style, I would say.
Depends on the style.
Like I said, if me and him had a metal drum off, he'd kick my ass. But if we had like a blues drum off, I'd probably kick his ass.
Okay.
I don't even know how blues drums go, honestly.
It's honestly not a lot of. It's like fills are placed strategically. It's kind of hard to explain because like. See, another thing is like you can play crazy and it'll sound fine. Like I remember you were playing some crazy shit,
Mhm.
and like
Oh,
the
yeah.
crowd was like, like thinking like
I
having
was
orgasm.
I was dicking around too. I wasn't
Yeah.
like having fun.
If I have if I play something crazy while something else important is happening, people are gonna be like, ugh, to me, you know what I mean? And also,
Yeah.
I have to really focus on tempo because I'm not the main focus, and when it comes to blues, you know.
So I asked this when 10th Wave were on. But 10th Wave, they were technically out of high school by the time. I'm not sure if they were in high school when they started 10th Wave, the band, but
Yeah,
they were okay. How was the change have been now that you guys are actually a band? Now you guys are actually performing. Have you had actual change, or in high school where people are like, that's
All right.
Stefan over there.
Yeah.
That's Daddy Dom over there.
Well, the thing is,
That's exactly what I call him.
Like has have you actually seen some of your have you gotten some attention or whatever? Like
here's the thing is when I was in the other group Wendigo, we played at the talent show. We ended up
Right.
winning, and then when you win the talent show, you play at the pep rally the next day.
oh,
So like we
nice.
played the pep rally, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're dumb, you're fucking sick." And then after like
Yeah.
a couple weeks of that, like,
Just kind of
who are you?
faded
But like
out.
the thing
Damn.
is, Gage graduated the year before I did. Then I
Right.
graduated. Now we're waiting on him. So now the band
Uh-huh.
actually formed. We're both out.
Right.
So nobody really knows in our school about us because we haven't played around there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
They know when to go. But
A lot
not
of people know when
Copacetic.
to go. Yeah, we have a lot of people from the school that know when to go.
Gotcha. And you felt like was it a majority of the people from your what school did you go to? You go to Fort
Mariner.
Myers? Mariner.
Mariner High School.
Manor High School, yeah.
Mariner High School. Was it at Beach Records? I wasn't there, but was it mostly people from Mariner? Like they were at the.
I saw a lot of North Fort
Yeah, a lot of
Myers
North
kids.
Fort
A
Myers,
lot of
really.
North kids,
That's.
actually.
I think that's because I think Gage went to North. What, didn't he? Or did he go to Oasis?
I don't know. I know Ian went to goes to North. Or
I
went
think
to North.
Gage
I don't know. I
went
have no
to... I think he went to North, man.
But Oasis went
Okay.
to, Gage went to Oasis with me. We went to Oasis middle and elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if he went to Oasis High School. or not.
I need to look back at episode 5 and just.
Yeah. Make sure to check that out.
Or someone else can do it and leave a comment down below.
Ooh.
Hey.
Shout out to our Closet Warriors. Do that for us.
So, all right, let's do a quick lightning round.
Mm-hmm.
What's a lightning round?
I'm just gonna ask you a bunch of questions and hopefully you can answer them.
Awesome.
What would your spirit Pokemon be?
What are what?
Spirit Pokemon.
Spirit Pokemon Charizard, bro. Definitely.
Bulbasaur, bro.
He looks like a Bulbasaur.
Boy.
Okay, if you were to decide what your porn star name would be, what would it be?
Daddy Dom.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Scrumptious Steph.
No, Big Poppy Steph.
Oh, Big Poppy Steph. Yeah.
Yeah, Big
That's
Poppy
like
I
Steph.
love it
what
when you
my
call it
nickname-
Big Steph first.
You guys have clearly put some thought into this.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Let's suppose that you quit the band to do a DJ career. What would your DJ alias be?
Mm.
All right, you go first. I gotta think of this one.
DJ alias.
Mine, because of my math background, would be DJ Slope, but with a 0 instead of an O.
I'd probably be like, bro, I don't know, like big ass Steph or something. Like, I don't know, bro.
DJ Big Ass Steph.
Yeah, DJ big ass Steph. Like, that's a hard question.
See, I
I'm
would
sorry.
say DJ Dom, but that's too like generic. So I'm gonna say DJ Mod, which is Dom backwards.
Ah, clever.
not
That
basic
works.
enough.
That works.
Yeah.
All right, you have 3 items that you want to purchase at a Walmart to freak out the cashier. What are they?
The tiniest condoms in the store, baby oil, and hot Cheetos.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
I'm gonna go with.
It's a good
I
answer.
might actually have to buy that. Get into some weird kinky stuff, but I have to go with like a girl. I'm like, yeah. We about to have a good night.
All right. I'm gonna go with a zucchini,
Okay.
Oh boy.
a teddy bear,
Okay.
and some lotion.
Okay.
All right.
I like the zucchini.
That tater
I would
about
have said
to
a
get
fucking
violated.
watermelon.
All right. Let's see. You get to pick your own fictional universe, but all the consequences of that universe also apply.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in the Harry Potter universe, Avada Kedavra, whatever the fuck that spell is, there's gonna be a Harry Potter fan that's like, that's not what it is.
That's not what it is.
That works on everybody and anybody. You will die.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so choose your universe carefully.
I think I would definitely be in like a Walking Dead universe because I love that show. So I would definitely be in a universe to where I could do whatever the fuck I wanted when I wanted to do it. But I saw the consequences of having to deal with zombies and other dickheads that try to steal my shit.
Yeah. Fictional universe.
Rip. You know what? Okay. Can it be a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Skyrim.
Ooh.
All right.
Skyrim, because I love like mythical cool shit like that. I love cool swords. I love riding horses, which I don't do in my spare time, of course. And yeah, I'd love to be the hero that saves everybody's ass because they're too stupid.
And other dragon
but,
shouts.
But here's the thing. You know, they're gonna be looking at you, Steph. The dragons are gonna be looking at you like, that boy's a tasty snack.
And he's sick.
I'm that big fat steak, bro. I'm that 32 ounce.
So the dragons are gonna be coming at you. They'll roast you before they eat you.
Boy.
They'll make you feel bad about yourself, then roast you, then eat you.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see. What else do I got on here? Oh boy. Okay, this one's gonna take a while, I hope. But so let's suppose that you guys had 30 experts in whatever field you needed them to be experts in.
Okay.
Right? They're at the top tier of whatever they're studying or doing or working on or whatever.
I like where this is going.
So you have access to the Bill Gates, Elon Musks of the world if you needed to.
Okay.
What would you have them work on and why?
Wow. You just... What the hell, dude? It was like when you talked about the different types of infinity back at the gig. Jesus. You gotta think. I need time to think. Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to do something too like generic, but
Well,
you know what I would do? I
right?
love... Okay, so I'm also like a humongous space nerd. I always like to research things in space,
Right.
and I thought about being an astrophysicist till I found out like 2 + 2 = MC squared. So I was like, fuck that. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I would probably do it in quantum physics because quantum physics like literally relates to everything in the universe, to everything smaller than a molecule and an atom. So I'd probably have all these people research like the beginnings of time, how big space is, why is it constantly expanding. I'd be like one of those like guys that's like, hey, like I want you to do this, and then when we explain this to like the public at focus groups, like I want you to mind fuck them to where the point where they're like brain dead. So absolutely astrophysics, like just physics in general, probably as much as I love music.
Huh. Well, what about you, Daddy Dom?
I think I don't know. It's
I'm
like,
sorry. I fucked it up. What about you, Daddy Dom?
well, okay. okay, so there's nothing wrong like with my body right now, like as far as like health wise goes. But I think I'd have a bunch of surgeons and like doctors and shit like go inside like my insides and just like make everything the best it can be, so I'm never like sick, never like.
So you don't have
immortality.
So you don't have a micropenis anymore.
Yeah, I have a micropenis.
Wait, but just specifically for you, or like just everybody in
Everybody
general?
in general.
Just for me, just for me.
Just for you.
Selfish prick.
I mean,
And maybe his
technically-
bandmates too.
Because what if it doesn't work?
Yeah,
What if it doesn't
yeah.
work? And all of a sudden everyone is like mad at me.
Ah.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Would you really? I've thought about immortality. I'm like, would I really be immortal? But like in the sense that like, is like okay, if somebody slices off my head, I'm gonna die. But like just
Yeah.
like, but if I'm not like fucking around or whatever, like I'll just never die.
Well, no, see, like that's not what I meant by that. I meant just like yeah, I'll grow old and die one day. Like I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
In a sense.
But you'll live to be like 300 instead
Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
like that, and not only that,
Okay.
but like I can't get like the flu, or I can't get the cold, or I can't like break a
Yeah.
bone, or like I can't do this and that. Like so, like although like shit that could happen, it won't. Like obviously you can't.
So you want to be a cyborg? Is what
Yeah,
you're
you want to be a
telling me.
cyborg, but then you'll die one day.
Yeah, that's
That's
the way to
cool.
Put it.
Okay, I like that idea. That's
Yeah.
way cooler than mine. Good job, Dom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah,
And all
'cause I
the
gave
s-
you fucking time
And
to
all the
think.
smart people in the world to make you a cyborg.
Breakthrough in quantum physics.
Yeah, breakthrough.
Make you a fucking
cyborg.
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 Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
But it's only him. It's not helping
If you're
humanity.
an
Yeah,
expert-
only him.
You dick.
no, for now, if it works, then
You guys
know,
could probably
get a
work together on
procedure.
this.
Yeah.
Actually, you could be like,
Oh, quantum physics and
Hey,
cyborgs,
if you're
bro.
if you're a
Yeah.
surgeon expert or a quantum physics expert, go ahead and comment down below. and
Comment down below.
comment and give us your
Yeah.
info.
I'm
us
just
your
gonna,
info.
you know, I'm just gonna. I have a physics minor. I'll put a comment back.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, if they put a big ass explanation, and like technically we weren't, or it's not plausible to have a cyborg and yada yada yada, and you just coming under like, shut up, I have
You know, I'll
masters in math. You don't know what you're talking about.
You know, I'll just. What I'll do is I'll make citations, but they'll all be tweets from Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Dude, I love when that happens.
Can I say, okay, I was watching Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Joe Rogan podcast or whatever, and he was talking about like he would basically like he did it famously with Gravity, where he would like critique like, okay, this is what they got right in Gravity, this is what
Yeah.
they got wrong or whatever, right? And he was saying that people flamed him so much because of his tweets or whatever, because like, oh, why you gotta ruin the movie? Why can't you just enjoy it? He just didn't think like anything of it, and then he like saw his tweets on like national news of him critiquing movies like Gravity and other things like that,
Oh,
or what's
boy.
wrong with the space physics or what astrophysics.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I just thought it'd just be like a nice little like side tweet. I didn't think it would go national news
Yeah.
of like Neil deGrasse Tyson ruins the fun for everybody watching Gravity. It's like,
Oh man.
oh my gosh. But anyways, so we got any more questions? Or you think?
You know, I'd like to ask one more.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do one more.
So let's say that you guys could build your own sort of religion.
Mm.
That you know, I don't care what you believe right now. You guys get to believe this new thing that's really awesome and cool. You're starting a cult for it in the early stages. You're building it yourself. What would you try to convince people is there for them in life and thereafter?
You go first now.
Damn it. All right. I don't know. Like, I think.
Like, would you have like one god, multiple gods?
All right. Well, this is what. All right. This is what I would start. And it's not okay. Like, does it have to be like? I mean, you could say it's a religion, but like, you know how like, it's not a religion, but everyone's like the man. You know what I mean? Like the man type thing. Like that's not really a religion, but that's kind of like a
What do you mean? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what you're
like-
talking about.
like the system. Like fuck the system type.
Oh,
Oh, okay, right.
All right. Well, it'd be something like that to where like, you have to like, cause like, all right, I know there's a system.
Right.
You know, we all know there's something going
Right.
on, you know? So it's like basically we're trying to people get together and break down like what it is and then how you can not fall to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
would make a whole religion that is against the norm, against the
Yeah.
quote unquote system
Yeah.
of life that is seemingly affecting us, and it is
Yeah.
legitly affecting us, and you know,
Yeah.
in certain
Mhm.
pockets and areas and stuff like that. So you would create like almost like a what do you call people who like a hermit type of
Yeah.
situation where like, all right, we're gonna break from society and we're gonna just gonna avoid
Off the
all
grid.
that
Yeah.
off the grid
Yeah.
type of civilization, and you kind of be all self-contained. But then, wouldn't you also fall prey to another system? Because when you become isolated and off the
Ye-
grid, you'll just create a whole new system within that, like
Here-
in that isolated system.
Here's the crazy thing to me, cause all right, so me and my friend John used to like talk on the phone all the time about like this system, like late night conversations. He actually used to live with me, so we used to talk about it. But one time I was on the phone with this guy, and we're talking about it. We're getting to something, not really getting to somewhere. We're just being stupid. We're talking about all this stuff. We're talking about getting into it, get whatever we're talking about, and we're like, we thought we're coming up with this cool thing, even though we don't know if it's true. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, the phone call cuts out, it ends, and then I have no service.
The fucking government
Bro,
is
dead shit.
spying on you,
Dead
fam.
ass,
They
bro.
got you.
That shit scared the hell out of me. I'm like, bruh, because it was like
Bruh.
it was like 2 a.m, and I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
die. Like they're gonna come to my house and literally murder me.
Yeah, I always think about like who's the main dude, like who's been
Yeah.
like spying on me through my iPhone camera. Like I wonder, like
Yeah, that freaks me out too, cause like you know how
Yeah.
like people do that like Google search, like you'll be talking about something and go on
Yeah.
Google and it'll be right there.
yeah,
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like, that,
yeah.
that creeps me out too.
yeah. I think his name is Simon or some shit. Like he, has a family.
Simon
His-
Cowell.
Yeah,
Simon
not Simon
Cowell.
Cowell. But what about you, Stefan?
Yeah, you had time to think. You better come up with
So-
something better
Stefan.
I'm a very enlightened individual. I'm the best one here, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what I believe, not actually what I believe, but what I think I would choose to believe,
Right.
with what you guys are saying, is that we are all our own God. And what I
Mm.
mean by that is not
Scientology,
egotistically.
no.
Scientology. I'm Tom Cruise. Where's the couch? Let me jump on it. The thing is that we're all our own God, and we
Right.
all can communicate energy throughout the universe, correct?
Okay. Mhm.
Energy is a very real thing. Quantum physics proved that. Hopefully
Right.
my study would fucking back me up with my religion. The thing is that we all are enlightened people in
Right.
this society, in this religion,
Mhm.
and we all believe that we are capable of very crazy, technologically, telepathically,
Mhm.
crazy mind fucking things. It's the
Right.
third time I said that. So we are all our own God, and we communicate energy and all these things, and we are one with the universe. Thank you.
I believe there's already one called the 5%ers, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's called. Don't quote. I think it's called the 5%ers. I would have to go back and research, but I'm pretty sure there's a religion already established that is pretty much like that. They even refer to themselves as gods, and like like I don't know the whole details of it, but I don't know if you guys know the DJ radio host of the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God.
I think I think I've heard
He's
of
a
him.
pretty popular guy. He got his name derived from that belief system of people referring to themselves as gods. That's why he calls himself Charlamagne the God from these teachings and stuff like that.
Oh.
So there is something like that already out there. I forget. I think it's called the 5%ers teachings or something like that.
Then
See,
So,
when I hear
I would-
5%ers, I think Rich Piana. but-
yes, I was just about to say that. God bless his soul, but you know who Rich Piana is?
No.
Oh, dude, I
This
used to be such a
dude-
bodybuilding enthusiast. He took like fucking he takes like what was it, like 100 milligrams of steroids a day with growth
Whoa.
hormone, insulin. This dude was on like 20 different fucking drugs when he died.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
is crazy. And then he pimp slapped that one autistic guy at
Whoa.
like a
Yeah,
he
bodybuilding
did.
expo.
Whoa.
It was
He did.
crazy as fuck. And like this guy's like,
and
hey,
he
can I-"
died of a drug overdose, I assume, right?
He
Actually, no.
He
He
just passed out.
snorted cocaine and pre-workout.
Wow.
That's
snorted
that's,
cocaine?
and pre-workout.
That's why he got fucked up.
Dude,
He had
oh my
sleep
God.
apnea. He was almost he was 350 pounds.
Oh, was
what-
he that big by that
yeah,
time?
he was 350
oh,
pounds.
Shit.
You know how I know this? I know someone who knew the hospital he died at.
Oh.
Well, how old was this guy?
Well
Okay.
over 40, 50. But one
He
thing
was
said
like
when he was younger,
47,
he
I
was
think.
350 pounds. Like he was only 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah,
This dude was
this dude was
small, but
massive.
this dude was thick. Like
Ah,
5 billion
like
C's
thick.
at the end of thick.
Ugh.
Yeah, thick with like
Yeah.
a bunch of C's.
Yeah, exactly. This
Yeah.
dude, what was fuck? I was gonna say something really interesting. Awkward silence. I don't remember now. I was
Wow.
getting to something, but this guy
Rich
was
Piana.
freaking
Dude.
massive.
Yeah.
All right. On a side note, Steph, do you know what we forgot to tell these guys
What?
about what we had to perform with when John saw us? What was going on with me and Gage?
Oh, yeah. You were saying that you like.
Oh my
We
god,
had-
that was horrible. They were okay. So
We had food poisoning.
they got food poisoning from the night before McDonald's. My fat ass can
Oh.
handle anything,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
You throw 2 burgers in front of me, like there's gonna be nothing there in like the next second. This
Yeah.
So this guy right here and Gage got really sick. They were running to the toilet. They were throwing up. And at the gig, I'm over here like, hey, like I'm talking to my girlfriend, talking to John about different types of fucking Infinity. While this guy's like, oh, dude, I don't feel good. Gage is taking a nap in the car.
Gage fucking passed
Literally
out in
like
the car.
5 minutes before we got on, he's like, hey, barefoot. He's like, hey, I'm ready, guys. 'Cause he felt like shit. We go to Denny's. We went to Denny's afterwards. I got to eat like almost all their food and share with a bunch of people.
Dude.
It was molto bene, my dude. It was awesome.
See, what happened was right when I woke up, I threw up like in the morning, and then I ate some food, threw up again. I'm like, fuck, am I gonna be able to play today? And then I had some soup, and I'm like, all right, I feel a little bit better. So then we started rehearsing, and then after we only rehearsed for like probably like an hour, like just so we can get the songs down, like know we're ready for the gig. Then we're chilling, we're chilling in my house, and then Gage's like about to pass out. I'm like, you good, bro? He's like, dude, I feel like shit. I'm like, great. I'm like, now we got 2 members, under the weather. So he's passed out. Me and Stefano are packing stuff into the car, getting ready to go. We get there, whatever. Me and Stefano are setting up, and then Gage is not looking too well, so he goes take a nap. I'm feeling like still like shit, but not like as bad. And then like for some reason, as soon as we hit that first note of the song, it's like
we just all went ape shit. It was a lot of fun. Yeah,
like you wouldn't even like nobody even knew that we were sick. I bet. And then like the funny part is we went to Denny's. I'm like, maybe I should get some soup, something light on the stomach, right? I got a fucking sirloin steak.
Literally complete opposite.
Devoured it, and then not even 5 minutes later, I end up in the bathroom.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Wow.
Waste of $15.
That was like my biggest stress that night. I wasn't worried about the gig. I wasn't worried about that. My fat ass looked at both of them like, are we going to go to eat afterwards tonight?
I was like,
are we going to go to eat?
Yeah, Gage had one bite of his burger.
Yeah,
Gage had one bite of his bird and then gave it to this guy.
I was so happy, man. I got a burger and a half with some garlic bread and some quesadillas. Dude, that was a great night. And then that's when 10th Wave was with us. And we got really close that night. Like 10th Wave are some dope-ass dudes.
Yeah,
we were making a bunch of inside
fun
jokes.
episode.
Wishbone.
Yeah. But anyways, so you want to plug yourself, Copacetic? Like, where can they?
Give us your social media.
Yeah, social media plugs.
Yeah, we're on Instagram at Copacetic Official, and then we're on Facebook, same thing, Copacetic Official.
Of course.
No YouTubes, no SoundClouds.
No, not at the
yet.
moment. It's in the works right now.
In the works, in the works. Oh, yeah, you technically just had your second show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So pretty early.
And we all have
on.
such busy lives too.
Yeah.
It's hard, but we'll do it.
Yes. You can also catch us on John's Closet on Instagram, John _closet _ right, Facebook.
JON.
JON, yes.
So John's _closet_ without the H.
Yeah, no fucking H here.
No H's up.
And then John's Closet, same way. Just type on YouTube, subscribe to there, and stuff like that. But we just had Copacetic, man, and that's all we got.
Great show, guys.
Doug, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.
Sorry
All right,
that Gage
guys.
couldn't come.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace.
See you guys.